want to talk about your English 1301 documentary bias analysis assignment and some of the things that you're going to need to know in order to complete your assignment. And some of the important library resources that you need to know how to use. So if we look at the requirements for this assignment, you're to choose a documentary film, and then you find two sources, either scholarly or credible sources with expertise on the topic that either analyze the film or talk about the issues in the film, that sort of thing. So with that, what we want to do here is let's go to the library website. So from the home page here, from the ACC homepage, we're going to click on the link to the library website. And then from there, we're going to go down. The resources that you're going to need to use are going to be in this little section here under the search for ebooks, articles from journals, newspaper, magazines. So when we're talking about scholarly or credible sources, these are the types of sources that we're talking about. Either, books that you would find in the library or ebooks or journals from, or articles from academic journals, newspaper articles, magazine articles as well. Those are all reputable, credible sources. So with that, probably the best options for you, especially for this assignment, you need to find a couple of sources. You're talking about a documentary film. Would either be the EBSCO databases here or the ProQuest databases. So let's click on the EBSCO databases to give you a little example here. Let's click Select All and then Continue. All right, now let's go ahead and click on the Advanced Search screen here. This will give you some more options. If you wanted to add some additional terms to your search, this allows you to more easily do that. So in our example, I chose the documentary film 3 Identical Strangers. So I'm going to put that in there. So if we wanted to, add additional terms, if there was a certain issue, you wanted to look at like adoption, or the film deals with the kids that were adopted. So, you could add some terms there. And then we're going to make sure the default here, it's set to full text. So the search results you get will have the full text of the articles available. So we'll click search here. All right, so we've found 195 different sources here. If you go to the left, you can see the types of sources that came up in the results. So in this case, we have news articles, magazine articles, articles in academic journals, trade publications, lots of different things here. Okay, so let's take a look at this first one here. In order to find a little bit more about the article without actually having to go in and read it right away, what you can do is just click on the title here. And that'll give should be a little an abstract or a little summary of the article there. So this is from People magazine. So this is a credible source, and it talks about the subject of this documentary. So what you can do here in order to take a look at the article is just click on the full text link. And with that here, here we see the full text of the article. So this is, it's just the way it looked in the magazine here. Now, if this is a source that you want to use, and for any source that you find, you'll want to use the citation feature here. So we're going to go over here to the right. You can see the little sheet of paper icon there. That's the citation link. So we click on that. This is the citation helper. We'll scroll down and find MLA. That's what you'll use for this course. And you can just take this citation here and copy and paste that into your works cited page. So for each source that you find in the database, it has a citation helper here. You can take that citation. You've already got it done. You don't have to try to look it up and see how you need to cite it. those types of things. It's going to be right here for you. All right, let's go back to the result list here. All right, so when we talk about scholarly sources, in that case, we're usually talking about sources from academic journals. So in this case, you can see the academic journals here. Let's just click on that. So these would be what we would call, scholarly, or sometimes you hear them called peer-reviewed sources. So they were been reviewed by peers in the field. The article was before it was published. It's really strong academic research. So in this case here, let's click on the title of this one here. So this is talking about, and this would be a good article to use for this topic because it talks about, bioethics here. So it talks about some of the issues that were discussed in the film. And the same thing here, in order to get to the full text, we just click on the full text link. And then we can use our citation here, helper here, to cite our source. So lots of different things also would mention, for any of these articles that you find here, you can download them, you can print them out. There's a lot of different options here. You can send it to your email if you want to save it that way. So there's some different options that you have with that. And so EBSCO is a good resource to start with. Since you only need a couple sources, you're looking at popular documentary films, you should be able to find what you need here within this database. All right, let's go back to the library homepage here. All right, so if you have questions as you go along, you can use the chat box here on our homepage. So you can ask us a question that way. If you're here searching, you have questions, you need some help, you can just go back here to this chat box. You don't have to enter your name if you don't want to. And then you can just ask us a question and we'll respond directly. And you should be, our chat service is available during the week between 8 and 9 p.m. We also have some limited chat hours on Saturday from 9 to 1. So basically, there's usually somebody there with the chat when the library is open. More questions that you might have, or some more resources. If you go to the research assistance page here, with the research process subject guide, we go to that there. There's a lot more here about the research process and how to find sources, more citation information as well. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Like I said, let me go to the homepage here. But let us know when you have questions. If you prefer to call us, you can. If you do want to come in and make an appointment, you're really struggling to figure out how to find the sources that you need, you can click the link here and you can go in through ConexEd and set up an appointment with us, and we'll meet with you. We'd be glad to meet with you and go over what I talked about here today, and to help you find, specifically what you need for the topic that you have. But that's all. Thank you, and good luck to you on your assignment.